What's up, everybody? It's your boy Jacob, Pick Management. It is that time. NBA betting insiders with me and betting royalty, the Prince of Picks, Payam. We are off a stellar night. 11-3 combined. Payam went 5-1. I went 6-2. If you're good at quick math, that's 11-3. No one does it better than the NBA betting insiders. Payam, how's it going, buddy?
Hey, what's up, man? Yeah, like you said, smashed it last night, dude. 5-1. The one loss was Oklahoma City, which I'm sure a lot of people lost that one. I mean, who saw that being a 2-point game with Portland? Shout out to Portland; they fought hard in that game. But yeah, man, smashed everything else, and I'm looking forward to smashing again tonight. I got a few bets for a couple games here, so I'm excited to get into it and make some more money with everybody here.
I'll give you a little sneak preview now. I love the fact that was such a close game. Portland now on a back-to-back, having to go to Houston and play in Houston. All over Houston team total here, but I'll explain that later as we get into our best bets. But on this kind of week NBA slate in the midweek, it's a hump day. There are 8 games, and we are going to dig into it, give you our best bets, some analysis, and get you guys out of here. Don't forget to check out the Pick Management Discord server. Totally free to join. You get bonus content from me, Payam, Soccer Q Ash. We're adding some more people into there. Lots of free stuff, free picks. It is the best. Check it out in the link below. And then also make sure to check out Payam has been doing some bonus editions of Betting the Pitch. He has been killing the AFCON and Asia Cup tournaments. So make sure to check those out. They are live right now, and we'll have some more out later today. But Payam, we are here for some NBA picks. So why don't you dig in and let people know what your best bets are for the Wednesday slate?
Absolutely. Let's get into it. So first up, we're going to head to Detroit, where the Detroit Pistons are going to be hosting the Charlotte Hornets. Detroit currently 24th in the league in scoring. Meanwhile, the Hornets 28th. So they're both bottom 6 in the league offensively. They're also both bottom 6 in the league defensively. So they don't score a lot and they give up a lot. The Hornets, they lost to the Pistons in just the second game of the season. It was 111-99 was the final score. An interesting thing with that game is that was Detroit's only win before going on their historic 28-game losing streak. So, you could say Detroit has Charlotte's number. Hornets games, as of recently, have seen the game total go under 235. That's in 7 of their last 11 games overall. Meanwhile, Pistons games have gone over the total of 235 in 7 of their last 8 games. So you got two teams on opposite sides of the spectrum here. But I don't trust Charlotte's offense right now. I'm not sure if they're going to do their part to get the over, but I do think Detroit can do their part. They do tend to score more points at home than they do on the road. So we're going to be taking Detroit team total over 116.5. That's at minus 145. Jacob, you can let me know if that odds have been updated. And then we are also
what did you have for the number? Over
116.5. Detroit Pistons team total.
Yep.
Okay, and then we're also going to take Bojan Bogdanovic over 2.5 threes. That's at minus 130. Charlotte is the worst team in the league, 30th place, dead last, defending the three-point shot. And Bogdanovic, typically, he goes off at home with a lot of three-point shots. He takes a lot of volume for three-point shots. And teams shoot, on average, over 40% from the three. Against the Charlotte Hornets. So with the Pistons being at home here, I like Bogdanovic in that spot. Do you have anything for this one?
Not really. I'll probably end up riding that team total with you. Just with these bad teams, it is so hard to count on anything between them. I mean, it is just awful. But I'll ride that Detroit team total with you. I like it. Charlotte, no defense. Detroit at home, try to put on a show maybe. So I'll stick with you with that. But no best bet for me here.
Okay, sure. All right. Next up, we're gonna head to Washington, where the Wizards are going to be hosting the Minnesota Timberwolves. Minnesota currently number 1 defense in the NBA. Meanwhile, the Washington Wizards are 30th, dead last. So two teams on complete opposite sides of the spectrum here defensively. Timberwolves, I think they're in a smash spot here. Coming off of their embarrassing loss to the Charlotte Hornets at home, I think they're going to want to right their wrongs, so to speak, here. The Wizards also. Not only are they the worst defensive team in the league, they're also the worst rebounding team in the league. So I would expect Rudy Gobert to have a huge night here on the boards. So I actually have about 4 bets for this game. So get your pen and paper ready, and here we go. We are going to take Minnesota minus 10.5. That was at minus 110. I think the Timberwolves absolutely blow them out here. We are also going to take the Washington Wizards team total under 111.5. I don't see them scoring points here. I think Minnesota locks them down defensively. We're also going to take Rudy Gobert over 13.5 rebounds. That's at minus 120. Again, I think he smashes the boards here against a very, very poor rebounding team in the Wizards. And finally, we are going to take Daniel Gafford under 17.5 points and rebounds. That was at minus 105. I think with a combination of Rudy Gobert and Karl Anthony Towns, I think the two of them are going to make it really, really difficult for Gafford to have any type of impact on the boards or scoring, for that matter, in this game. So I'm all over that. Did you have anything for this one?
I do. I'm going to be on this Minnesota team total over 120.5. Like you said, for all the reasons you said, Washington, worst defense in the league. Minnesota, best defense in the league. I think we see a blowout here. But because the total isn't at like 128, 130, you know what I mean? Like how some games when we're expecting a blowout might get that high. I think this 120 is pretty reasonable. And I think we're getting that because they're on the road. But with Washington not playing any offense, we're not playing any defense while continuing to run and push the pace. I think we see some points from Minnesota here. I also have a lean towards the over 230. Make sure to check out my socials at PickManagement to see if I'm going to be on that officially later today. But for me, this game, just the T-Wolves team total over.
Sure. All right. And then I got one extra bonus bet for you guys here. It's going to be a 3-game parlay on the money line.
Bonus bet.
Bonus bet. All right, we need an alarm or something when that happens.
Yeah, I'll get one next time.
Get a siren going for us. All right, that's going to be our cue for the bonus bets. 3-game parlay here. We're going to take the Timberwolves money line. We're going to parlay that with the Houston Rockets money line, and we're going to take the OKC Thunder money line. So we're taking 3 money lines here. That parlay comes in at about minus 120. I love it. I think all three are in a really good spot here to get the win outright. And at minus 120, that's almost a steal of a value for me. So we're going to be hammering that one. I'll probably put a couple units on that. And then that is going to do it for my picks for tonight. I'll toss it over to Jacob. He can hit you with the rest of his best bets.
Yeah, I got a couple more for everybody. I'm going to head over to the OKC San Antonio game. We have seen OKC just be, a dominant team. SGA, really has turned this team around. They're exciting. They're young. They play fast, and they are taking on a Spurs team that is just garbage. So because of that,
100%.
I really like OKC here. OKC minus 2 in the first half specifically. The game total at 7.5 on the road, I don't really like. But San Antonio, the last 10 games head-to-head against OKC is 1-8-1 against the spread. So they haven't really been covering either. But this OKC team, 21-6 is a favorite. And San Antonio, 3-16 at home. 5-35 as a dog. Just for all those reasons, OKC just being on fire, healthy against this bad San Antonio team. I think we see big points. I think they lead wire to wire in this game. And at minus 2, it's like minus 150 in the first half. I really like that. I'll probably use this OKC team. I'll probably key that in for a parlay piece, kind of like Payam did. And that's what I'll be on for this game. The over 124.5 and first half minus 2. And then lastly, we're going to the Cavs versus Bucks. I get the Cavs played last night, but they're really good right now. And 7 points is a lot, but 8 points is even more because I bought it up a point just because my number has this as like a 7.5 point game. And because of that, I think we need 8 to cover. But the Cavs have been playing well, and I think that this Bucks team in kind of a transition period with no real head coach right now, and all that kind of stuff going on, the locker room issues. Payam actually called it that there were some serious locker room issues. We're trying to find the clip that he said it so we can bring it back out for you guys.
I'm determined to find it, so stay tuned. We're going to post that soon.
We'll figure it out. Daily show, there's a lot of episodes. We talk a lot of basketball. But I think we see because of all the issues that Milwaukee's been having, I think they make a game of it. Cleveland 5-0 against the spread the last 5 games, 8-0 straight up. They're 7-3 against the spread the last 10 against Milwaukee. And Milwaukee 0-5 ATS their last 5 games. 1-6 ATS their last 7 at home. So, a lot of things lead in our favor here. So with all these points, we're going to be riding this Cavs game +8. And I also think we see a real offensive battle here. So for that reason, I'm also going to be on over 234. I think we could easily see both of these teams reaching, like 118. That's what we're going to need to push this over. Well, like 117 to 118 is what we're going to need to push this over.
Sure.
And I think we definitely can see that from these teams. That we'll probably get like a 130, 121 kind of finish. Either way, I mean, I think the Cavs could possibly win this outright, honestly. So I might even sprinkle a little bit on the money line here. But take a look at the socials later to make sure if I do that or not. But we are going to recap our best bets for tonight. Payam is on Detroit team total over 116.5. He's on Bogdan over 2.5 threes. He's on Minnesota -10.5. Washington team total under 111.5. Rudy Gobert over 13.5 rebounds. Gafford under 17.5 points and rebounds. And he has a multi-unit moneyline parlay. T-Wolves, Rockets, OKC, pays out -120. So make sure to be on that. I am on OKC team total over 124.5. OKC first half -2. Cleveland +8. Cleveland, Milwaukee over 234. And the T-Wolves team total over 120.5. I've got some leans on some other stuff. But make sure to check us out on our socials. Payam, let them know what your socials are.
Yep. So you guys can follow me on X and on TikTok at Prince of Picks 10. Also, you guys make sure to stay locked in here on the Pick Management Podcast Network here on YouTube. Not only do we have our 7-day-a-week NBA gambling show, but we're also posting African Cup of Nations and Asian Cup best bets every day through the finals of both tournaments. So you guys are going to stay locked in here. And then Soccer QH VIP and Jacob here. They do a great European soccer show, which will be coming back soon, most likely after the international break. And they're going to hit you with their best bets. They find bets from all over the world, not just Europe. You'll find games from obscure leagues that you would never find on your own, but they're going to find you their best bets. They're going to give you the best value, so you guys can be smashing these books. So stay locked in here at Pick Management Podcast Network. There's nowhere else you guys need to go.
Yeah, I'm going to be starting to throw some shorts up with some extra plays, some college basketball, some football, some NHL. I've gotten forget the exact number, but it was like 54-6 the last 2 weeks or something like that in the NFL. Wow. Just crazy. Wow. Record third-party verified by Juice Reel, syncs right to your book, so you can't change your plays or add anything. So it is official. You can also catch me weekdays at 10 a.m. live with Jonathan Coachman, Alan Bell, and the rest of the crew on Driving the Line. It's really changing stuff for me, so I really appreciate that opportunity. And we can tell all views here are going up. So make sure to hit that subscribe, hit that like. I'm Jacob at Pick Management across all socials. This has been the NBA Betting Insiders on the Pick Management Podcast Network, and we will see you later.
It's all mathematics. Mighty most definitely. It's simple mathematics.